Hi everyone. So today I'm going to show you how to make a tree of life pendant using real flowers. Now the first thing we start off with, I printed some tree bases with my Cricut Joy. So the first thing we need to do is actually put it in the mold. So this is the little mold that we're going to use. It is a plain simple circular mold. And all I'm going to do is take this little tree of life base and paste it directly onto the mold where I want it. And I'm just going to use my little silicone brush to push it and stick all the edges. Down. If we have a look, that's how it looks. The base is done. Then today I'll be using diamond glass UV resin. I absolutely love this resin. It comes out crystal clear. I haven't really had any bubble problems with it. So basically we're just going to put on a nice thin base, the UV resin. Now we're just going to spread it out very gently. Edges to be quite rough. So I think those are all the bubbles. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly use a little heat gun. And it's chop chop, done. You don't want to do more than a second really on this. Right, so now for the fun stuff. So what I'm looking to do is blue and light blue flowers. So effectively what I've done is I've gone and taken a flower like that and I've cut it up into a whole bunch of smaller pieces. So I'll be using this beautiful blue there, as well as this lighter blue for my pieces. So I'm going to start with the blues. And just gently start placing. So now that I'm happy with that, we can use the UV light. So basically I just place it over and 60 seconds. Alright, very important to do. UV resin needs to shine through. Obviously the little flowers are blocking some of the stuff at the back. So what we do, because this is already hard on the front, we turn it over and we do another. Alright, so we have now done the UV. If you feel it actually now, it's actually a little bit warm. So what we want to do is actually let it just cool down before we demold and move. Alright, so it's cool enough now. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to just pop it out. Now it is quite thin, but there's a reason why it needs to be thin. It's so that the clip can work on it. Now, because of the UV resin, it doesn't penetrate all the way through on this. So what I want to quickly do is just flip it over and do another 60 seconds just to make sure all the resin is. Alright, so now we have dried it. It's good. We actually have a look. So that's what it looks like. So what one can do is we can add 1 or 2 extra flowers at the back to create it looking fuller. But to be very honest, it looks quite full to me. So I'm not going to do that this time. So what we're going to do is we're now going to do the back dome. So once again, we're going to use the resin. Alright, and then we are just going to gently spread it out to the edges to create a nice dome. Need to be very careful where the little hole is. You don't mess any resin to go down the hole, because then you have to re-drill the hole. And that doesn't always look very neat. Alright, quickly use the torch to pop any bubbles. So the warmer the resin gets, the more runnier it gets. So you want to be careful with how much temperature you actually expose the resin to. And we're ready for our next light session. I'm going to pop that over, turn it on. Alright, so the side has now cured. So you can see how that looks. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to turn it over. So now this is the front, and we need to do the same doming for the front. I'm just going to zoom in a bit. You can have a better look. Alright, and a quick, because I can see one bubble here. It's obviously not got into the surface enough for the heat gun to pop it. There we go. Looks like. Right, and I just want to pick that one. Right, and then we can put on the timer again. Here we go. So if you have a look, it's nice and hard. It might be a little bit warm, but that's what it looks like. There's only one last thing that it requires, and that's the little buckle, which we are going to put on. So we're now just going to put on the little buckle. Put it through the hole. Squeeze it at the links meet up. And there we go. We have a beautiful little pendant. We have a beautiful pendant. Thank you for watching.